1 week remains in the regular season, and the 63rd District standings are as tight as ever. A Lewis County win tonight sets the field for the district tournament, but a Raceland victory leaves a glimmer of hope of forcing a three-way tie for the second seed. It's the Lions and the Rams in a 63rd District tilt from the Palace next on Cool TV. It's time to hit the hardwood for exciting high school basketball action on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, River Cities Builders, A&A Porta Potties, Stoltz Pharmacy, Greg Gibson Insurance, Callahan's Excavating, James Do It Best Hardware, Ashland Credit Union, Trace Hermanos Mexican Restaurant, Members Choice Credit Union, Ashland Community and Technical College, the Greenup Baptist Association, First and People's Bank, Kentucky Farmers Bank, Pure Country Automotive, Raceland Christian Church, Orcut Tree Services, Gillum Drug, All That Blooms, Grayson Sporting Goods, Bowman's Auto and Collision Center, Eastside Kids Boutique, First Light Home Care, and Tyler's Pizza. Now, let's go courtside for Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV. And a pleasant good evening from the campus of Raceland Worthington High School. The Palace is the name of this place. Welcome to Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network. James Carey, happy to have you along with us here tonight. A big 63rd District matchup in this one as 8-17 Lewis County rolls in against 12-14 Raceland. This is very simple. A Lewis County win tonight locks in the district. Raceland will be the 4. They'll play Russell. Lewis and Greenup would still be in some form of a mix of the 2 versus the 3, but that's just wearing the jersey. They would play each other in the opening round. A win by Raceland tonight would leave the 2 seed still in play through Monday night when the Rams bring in Greenup County for that final district game. If the Rams can win the next 2, that would put a 3-way tie at 2 and 4 in district play, and then they're going to have to start drawing straws and pills and all kinds of crazy stuff to figure out who's going to be the 2 and the 3 and who falls into that 4 seed. So this one's got a lot on the line tonight. A Lewis win, everything's taken care of. We know who's going to play each other. It's just which jersey's going to wear which color in the 2 versus 3 matchup coming up in about 9 days to be exact. We start district play up in Vanceburg on February the 20th. First time these 2 teams hooked up, it was up in Vanceburg, and that was a big win by the Lewis County Lions, and which kind of almost maybe catapulted their season to get things going where they were. They're certainly not what their record indicates. And again, playing without their leading scorer, Trey Jerky, for much of the first part of the season. He's got himself back into the game, and more important, his legs are really starting to get back underneath him, and that is going to be something key here tonight. We'll take a break. We come back, we'll preview the matchup with our visitors. We'll start first with Lewis County, followed by Raceland. And we'll get you ready for tip-off. The Rams and the Lions here from the Palace on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River Cities Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
My truck and I work all day long, so the truck has to be tough. But I want my truck loan easygoing, and that's what I get at my bank. Flexible terms, great rates. My truck loan works for me, just like my truck.
For great rates on loans for your next truck or car, see the good folks at First and People's Bank, the home office, member equal housing lender, FDIC.
Bless Your Heart Boutique in Grayson is your home for all the latest women's fashion, from sweaters, blouses, hats, jackets, skirts, dresses, jewelry, accessories, and more. Bless Your Heart Boutique has it all. And if you can't find the perfect gift for that special lady in your life, get her a gift card from Bless Your Heart Boutique. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 10 to 2, closed on Sunday. That's Bless Your Heart Boutique, 120 South Carol-Malone Boulevard in the Grayson Town Mall.
Back here on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network. So we get you ready for Lewis County and Raceland here in a big 63rd District contest here at the Palace. Looking at the visiting Lions, they come in with a record of 8-17, but they are 2-3 in district play. They've done something over the last two games they haven't done all season. That's win 2 in a row. They defeated Rose Hill 72-52 last time out, had a 61-38 victory over West Carter, 61-38. And one of the reasons that they've been so solid as of late is because of the resurgence of one Trey Jerky. With Jerky back into the lineup and really getting his feet back underneath him, that has been something that's been key to get this team rolling. Whenever Jerky has the basketball, good things have been able to happen. And you look at averaging 14.6 a game. He's only played in 17 games, missed the first 8 due to mono. Had a season high against Greenup at 28, went 13 of 18 from the line that night. Dropped 15 the last time these two teams hooked up in a game in which Coach Scott Tackett said, I had him on minutes, and he wasn't about to come off the floor. And I remember a couple of times he said, do you need one? He said, I'm not coming off the floor. I'm good. And he has certainly been very solid for this team. And, again, a kid that when he gets going downhill, good things happen. And that's something that Raceland cannot allow to happen here tonight, is allow him to get in transition, play downhill, and get to the rim because he attacks it very well. You look at the way the Lions started the season off. They fell in the season opener to Prestonsburg, bounced back with a win over Paintsville. Then they lost 3 straight to open up the EKC tournament to Bath, then in the Boyd County Roundball Classic to Boyd County, then fell in hardy fashion at home to East Carter 61-36. Got back amongst the winning ways with a win over Rose Hill, and they played all the way through until the end of December before they finally found the winner's column, and that was a 68-47 win over Elliott. Then things got a little bit gloom and doom, if you will. They lost 5 consecutive before knocking off Raceland. They had only 3 wins coming into that Raceland game, and they knocked off the Rams that night 57-38. They really had a more physical contest and a more physicality type of approach than the Rams had that night, and they certainly showed the part that evening. Drew Noble, 20 points, 13 rebounds. Trey Jerky threw in 15. Caden Bach scored 5 and pulled down 12. In that contest, Lewis County had 41 rebounds. Now, on the other side of that, what did the Rams have? Well, try 20, and it was that kind of a night. They only had one player in double figures. That was Connor Thackeray with 13, and it was a very frustrating night, to say the least, for the Rams, as they just found no way to slow down the Lions and their attack down low. Let's step aside for a break. When we return, we'll take a look at the home team on the scoreboard, the Raceland Rams. That's as we continue here on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy. Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration. That was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
Hey fans, would you do anything to support your team? What about switching your checking account? With Ashland Credit Union's debit card, you can support your favorite team without changing your spending habits. Every time you make an eligible purchase with your debit card, Ashland Credit Union donates 10 cents on your behalf to the Senior Assistance Program. So come on in and sign up for your team debit card at Ashland Credit Union, 1300 Central Avenue in Ashland. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Michael. Come see us at Bowman's.
Bowman's can do frame repair. They have a downdraft bake oven for a factory paint finish. And they get your vehicle back to its pre-accident condition with qualified iCar Gold certified technicians. Bowman's is also an ASE certified mechanical shop, providing transmission flushes, steering and suspension services, AC service, oil changes, and tune-ups. That's Bowman's Auto Service, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. Call 836-0837.
Back here at the Palace as we get you ready for tip-off between Raceland and Lewis County. Let's take a look at the Rams. They've been on the backside of a slump as of late. 12-14. They're 0-4 in district play with a game tonight. And then close things out against Greenup County. That game was originally scheduled back on the 27th of January. It had to be moved because of the All-A tournament. But they had lost 8 of 9, including a 10-point loss here to Russell last Friday. They bounced back with a nice win on the road, 64-58 against Nicholas County, and they got absolutely blitzed against Boyd County, 93-50. Boyd County rolled in here, and the Harlem Globetrotters would have probably had a hard time keeping up with them. 16 three-pointers by the Lions that night. They led it 52-24 at halftime, and I talked with Coach Bryan after the game, and he said, I don't like to use the words war and sports in the same concept. He said, but the easiest way to describe what that was, he said it was like standing on the battlefield seeing the tanks coming right at you, and there was nothing you could do to stop them. And that was a very good analogy of how that game played out. But the thing he did talk to me about after the game is he said immediately as soon as he got in the locker room, he immediately walked in, erased everything that was on the board, and wrote Greenup and Lewis and said, boys, that's the only 2 games that matter. That's the only thing that matters at anything down the stretch is those 2 contests. A Raceland win tonight keeps the 2 seed alive. They have to beat Greenup on Monday. That game will be right here at the Palace at 7:30. We'll have the call of the action with countdown to tip-off beginning at 7:10. If the Rams can win the next 2, what that'll do is that'll force a 3-way tie at 2 and 4 between Lewis, Greenup, and Raceland. They've all split, so then it becomes a blind draw. And somebody will draw in there to find that 2 seed. Somebody will draw to find that 3 seed. And the odd man out will play Russell, who has already clinched the top seed when Greenup County lost to Lewis last week up in Vanceburg. You look at the Rams and what they bring to the table, and, of course, it all starts with their leading scorer of Christian Large. Large has been solid this season, has had to battle through a concussion, but averaging 16 points a game, shooting nearly 47% from the field, had a season-high 29 against Paris, in which he dropped 6 threes in that contest. And he's a guy that didn't get to play last season, had a broken jaw, only saw action in 5 contests before he was lost early in the season in that one. So trying to maybe play up for some lost time, but a phenomenal young man in the classroom and in the building, and a pretty doggone good basketball player as well, to say the least. All right, we'll step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at some statistics from this one and meet our starting lineups and get you ready for tip-off. The Lions or the Rams, and our coverage continues on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, wishes all of our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus, so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Visit us online at racelandchristian.com.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
Hi, my name is Brian Horton, Mission Strategist for the Churches of the Greenup Baptist Association. We exist to revitalize, mobilize, and multiply New Testament churches in Northeast Kentucky and the world. The Churches of the Greenup Association are moving forward together in the Great Commission work. If you live in Lawrence, Boyd, Greenup, Carter, or Elliott counties, I want to invite you to attend one of the Greenup Baptist churches this coming Sunday. Once there, I know you will find a community of people who will welcome you and love you. For more information, go to greenupbaptist.org.
Visit Eastside Kids Boutique in Grayson for the best selection of clothing for boys and girls, including newborns. Eastside Kids Boutique has affordable clothing for every season, including t-shirts, sweaters, hats, and more. Eastside Kids Boutique even has items for that special lady in your life, including home decor, clothing, jewelry, accessories, gift baskets, and more. That's Eastside Kids Boutique, 603 East Main Street in Grayson. Call 606-475-1683 or visit them on Facebook, Eastside Kids Boutique in Grayson.
Back here at the Palace on the Cool Hits Sports Network. Getting ready to get things underway here. Let's take a look at our statistics real quickly before this one, as Lewis County 41.6% from the field, just a tick under Raceland's 42.4%. Neither team shoot it well from beyond the arc. Lewis County just over 25%, Raceland just under 29%. Free throw shooting has been a bugaboo for both of these teams. Raceland started out very well at the beginning of the season and has really struggled down the stretch. As you see, both of those, Raceland 66.6%, Lewis County under 60%. Lewis County has a little bit of an edge on the rebounding side, 29.5%. The leading scorer, Trey Jerky, 14.6%. Drew Noble is not too far behind him at 13. Christian Large leads the way with 16.1. The big question tonight is the Rams going to be back at full strength? And that's what we wait to see here tonight. Do we see the return of Jacob Gauls to the starting lineup? Let's take a break for the national anthem. When we return, tip-off with the Rams and the Lions as we continue our coverage here on Countdown to Tip-Off on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Michael Bowling, Senior Vice President of Kentucky Farmers Bank. When you do business with Kentucky Farmers Bank, you're making an investment in your community. Your money stays local, we never sell your loan, and in turn, we invest in local families, churches, schools, and charities. We believe in our community, and that's why we are the better bank for loans.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for loans since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Carter County, look no further than Tyler's Pizza. Also be sure to check out our daily lunch specials, wings, salads, subs, sandwiches, dinners, sides, desserts, and our world-famous Thai Zone. Tyler's Pizza, 120 Cross Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-4583. Tyler's Pizza is a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Pure Country Chevrolet in Grayson is working hard every day buying and trading for the nicest used vehicles in the area. With over 150 used cars in our huge dealer inventory, odds are we'll have the car you want at the price you need. And as always, we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one of ours. We also have new rides arriving daily, so come out. Look us over for your next auto need. With 4 locations, we're easy to get to, so don't wait. Come and let us help you have the vehicle you deserve at the best deal every time. On the web, purecountryauto.com, or call us 606-474-5116. Pure Country Chevrolet, find new roads.
Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, wishes all of our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus, so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Visit us online at racelandchristian.com.
Back here at the Palace, ready for tip-off between Lewis County and Raceland. We'll meet our starters first for the visiting Lions under head coach Scott Tackett. Brian Keltner, Ryan Tomalonis, and Charlie Graham is our officiating crew tonight. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Lions. In the backcourt, number 21, Andrew Collins, number 23, Trey Jerky, and number 33, Colton Tackett. And in the front court for the Lions, number 0, Caden Box, and the man in the middle, number 44, is Drew Noble. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the Raceland Rams as the lights go out and the strobe lights come on just behind them. We'll start first in the backcourt. Number 4, Christian Large. He's joined by the senior, number 11, Landon Newman. Rounding things out, number 12, Jonah Arnett. In the front court, the man in the middle, number 33, making his return, Jacob Gauze. And in the middle tonight, number 44, Connor Sutton. Rams will go big tonight with Gauze and Sutton, both at 6'6". Lions will be decked out in the black jersey tonight, trimmed in white and blue. Blue numerals on the front and the back, outlined in white. Raceland will be in the white jerseys tonight, orange and black pinstripes all around the edges. Rams in black across the chest and the black numerals on the front and the back. Rams will work it right to left as I view it here tonight. Our crew, executive producers MJ McKay, Austin Ray and Felicia Collier courtside. We're happy to have you along with us here tonight on Cool TV. Brian Keltner, Charlie Graham, and Ryan Tomalonis once again is our officiating crew, and a dandy crew that we've got here for this one. Jerky and Gauze center court. As Mr. Graham will step in and put this basketball in the air. It's tipped into the backcourt to the Lions. They'll control possession to open up the ball game. Here's Jerky, gives it off to Box. Box near side. Raceland in a man-to-man. Jerky out top of the key, comes to the left side. 17-foot pull-up jumper's good. 2-0 Lions. Lions pick up a little bit of pressure in the backcourt now. Here's Newman, brings it off near side. A little 2-2-1 now, if you will. Newman gets it across, brings it to Large. Large pulls a trigger for the 3. It's up, no good. Here's Jerky, gets into the lane, kicks it off into the corner. Noble puts it on the deck, spins on the baseline, puts it off the window, too stiff. Jonah Arnett with a rebound. Here's Gauze, now to Newman. 1 minute gone here in the first. 2-0 Lions. Colton Tackett hounding out top on Newman, now over to Arnett. Here's Large. Gauze trying to get a screen underneath. Sutton's being held up with Collins underneath. He's got him in an arm bar, for God's sake. Here's a lob inside and nearly stolen away. Large runs it down. Arnett out of the corner. Resets. 18-footer short. Sutton with a rebound backside. Reverse scoop shot won't go home. There's Gauze who turns, puts it up. Can't get it to stay home. Empty possession. 3 good looks there at the rim by the Rams and could not get anything home. 2 minutes gone in this one. They trailing 2-0. Here's Jerky off the left side. Works it off the window. Gets the roll. Looking for the whistle. Nothing coming. Either way, the Lions lead at 4-0. He has all 4. Little 2-1 press. Not uncharacteristic to see a lot of different looks. Rams get it to the middle. They'll bring it near side Large. Here's a 3 blocked by Collins. Large tries to save it. And was he out of bounds? They say he was. So a nice play there by Andrew Collins to get the block right in front of our camera operator. And then Large came down with it but couldn't stay in bounds. There's Jerky. Works off a screen there. Goes out the back door. That one makes it to Noble. Was supposed to go to Collins. Collins wants a 3. It's on the way. It's good. Andrew Collins buries the triple. And a timeout requested by the Rams with 5:23 to play here in the opening period. 30-second timeout. It's brought to you in part by the good folks at Bowman's Auto Service and Collision Center on Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. They get your vehicle looking almost brand new again, and they have experienced mechanics that provide quality service work. That's Bowman's Auto Service and Collision Center, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods, a proud supporter of high school athletics. Good look there inside the huddle with Joe Bryan and his Rams. See if they can get things scrolling the right direction there. Lewis County and Scott Tackett in their huddle as he goes through a few adjustments, but right now he's got to be happy with what he's seen. Racing out to a 7-0 lead. And has pretty much got the looks that they want to get anytime down the floor thus far. Galls brings it in. Again, the Lions will try to play a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. Large. There was a soft pass at midcourt, and it's stolen away. Collins feeds it down underneath the Noble, and that one's poked out of the hands, but it stays back into the hands of the Lions. Jerky fakes it, steps through, Euro step off the window and one. Trey Jerky for his 6th point of the night and a chance at a 3-point play. They'll get it on Arnett, his first, team's first. Gauze and Sutton step off. Connor Thacker and Holden topping in. And Jerky, 56.3% free throw shooter. The southpaw pushes it up. Doesn't get the roll. And it kicks out of bounds. Here's Arnett, beats the press, comes near side Newman. Thacker out of the corner. Arnett pulls the trigger, 3's off the mark, no good. Ball into the hands of Andrew Collins. Jerky races it into the front court. Lions up 9-0. Here's Noble backing himself in. Looking for the foul, none given. Thacker clears the rebound, brings it into the front court. Racing right down the center. Contact underneath, off the Large. 3 ball from the corner's good. Rams are on the board with a Ram Pharmacy triple. Their first bucket in 7 attempts. Here's Jerky. Looks it off the box, down to Collins end of the corner. Here's Jerky. Noble wants it inside. He's bleeding on his elbow, and now they just saw it. Charlie Graham saw him look down at it. He's got blood on his elbow. So he'll have to step off. And Xavier Prater will step in for his first action for the big man. We'll run down and see the trainer real quickly. So Lewis County will maintain possession of the basketball out of the injury timeout. Here comes the run and jump. Jerky. He just carried the basketball. He put a handle on it. Here's Tackett. Dribble drop baseline. Feeds it out to Prater. And then Topping steals it away out top of the key. Topping takes it to the rack, draws the contact, and he's fouled and headed to the line. Great hustle play there by Topping as he got the turnover out top and then attacked the rim. So Topping to the line for 2. .8% free throw shooter. That one rattles in and out, spins around on the box, and then comes out. Prater off, Noble back in. 9-3 our score. 3:41 to play here in the opening quarter, and now Jonah Arnett's got to come off. So here comes Parker Eisen in. Trainer staying busy tonight. Lewis County 4 for 6 from the field. Raceland 1 of 7. That lone shot made by the Rams was a three-pointer as the second free throw goes home. Here comes Sutton and Gauze back in. Newman and Large will step off. Rams look like they're going to play a little 2-3 now. Jerky into the front court. Goes off to the left side, cut off there by Gauze. Wants somebody high post, he'll skip it off to Tackett. He'll work it around. Jerky wants a 3, it's on the way too strong. Noble with a backside rebound. Turns, puts it up, and a whistle and a jump ball. And the possession arrow favors the Rams. So Noble had the offensive rebound, and then the Rams jump in and force the tie-up. Lewis will jump in that 2-2-1 press again. Here's Eisen. Topping. Rams get it across. Topping from the point with Newman on the pine for the moment. 3 minutes to go here in the first. Thacker. Sutton wanting it inside. They give it to him, and he's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Rams as it was off the fingertips of the backside help. Gauze will trigger in for the Rams. No, now Topping will step in. Eisen takes it out of the corner. Gets a little screen there. Topping will come and get it. There's Thacker. Attacks into the lane, stops, pumps, goes up off the left side, and is fouled. So Thacker will go to the line for 2. And Trey Jerky just picked up his second. Thacker's been out in a few games. Nice to see him back in the lineup. A 64.7% free throw shooter, averaging just over 10 a game. So Colton Tackett will sit. Braden McGlone comes on. Trey Jerky and those 2 personal fouls stays on the floor. 9-5 our score. Free throw rolls home, makes it 9-6. There's McGlone off the left side, now to Collins. Jerky running that high post. He touches it there, has it raked out from behind. Topping, brings it front court. Chance to tie on this trip, and we're going the other way on an offensive foul. So Topping whistled for the offensive foul. Team's second, his first, and he just got a warning as well on his way through by Mr. Keltner. And that is not an official you want to have keeping a close eye on you. Large and Newman at the scorer's table to check in on the next dead ball. Jerky into the front court across the midcourt stripe. Rams still on that 2-3. Here's Box out of the corner. 3 ball's good. Right in front of Joe Bryan. Here's Topping. Lost the handle in the backcourt. Hounded there by McGlone. Off to Gauze. Gauze in the keyhole to Thacker in transition. 3's on the way. Money. Connor Thacker splashes home a Ram Pharmacy triple. He's got 5 off the bench, and the lead's down to 3. Here's Jerky, trying to navigate some players where he wants them. Noble works around the horn, now the box again. Here's Collins out of the corner, pumps. Noble with the touch there at the high post extended. Looks at a double team and a foul from behind. As they get the foul on the Rams, that's their 3rd. And I believe they got it on Connor Sutton. His first, team's 3rd. Back in is Large and Newman, who's coming off the floor for Raceland. Raceland's got 7 players on the floor right now. Topping is off, and Parker Ison comes off. So now Gauze, for some reason, has to come off, so Arnett comes back in. Prater checks back in, as he'll take the place of Andrew Collins. Inside of a minute to go here in the first. 3-point lead by the Lions. There's Noble on the block. Looks at a double team. Throws it through the legs of Prater. It goes all the way to the far side corner. Here's Jerky down the lane. Fade away off the left side. Good. Trey Jerky's 8th point of the night. Puts it back to 5. Near side. Back to Newman. Now ahead to Thacker. Here's Large. Off the dribble drop baseline. Floater from 10 is good. Nice take there by Christian Large for his 5th of the ball game. Final shot of the first quarter coming up here as Jerky has the basketball with 8 seconds to play. Sizing up on Arnett. Loses the basketball on the way in, and a foul. Jerky, according to Coach Bryan, thinks that he should have just picked up his 3rd. Instead, they'll get the hold on Jonah Arnett, who picks up his 2nd. Team's 4th. So 2.5 seconds to go here in the frame. Holden Topping will come back in for Arnett. Here's Jerky. 3 at the horn, draws front iron but won't go home, and that's the end of quarter number 1. 14-11 our score. Second quarter when we return after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Pure Country Chevrolet in Grayson is working hard every day buying and trading for the nicest used vehicles in the area. With over 150 used cars in our huge dealer inventory, odds are we'll have the car you want at the price you need. And as always, we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one of ours. We also have new rides arriving daily, so come out. Look us over for your next auto need. With 4 locations, we're easy to get to, so don't wait. Come and let us help you have the vehicle you deserve at the best deal every time. On the web, purecountryauto.com, or call us 606-474-5116. Pure Country Chevrolet, find new roads.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
A good one here tonight at the Palace, 14-11. Lewis County in front. After racing out to a 9-0 lead, the Rams have answered. Pull this one back within 3. Lions will have the basketball to start the second half. Jerky will take it in the backcourt. Box Prater, Noble, and Collins back in the ball game. Replacing Brady McClone, who was in the ball game on the other side of the break. Here's Jerky. A little hesitation move, goes right at Jacob Goss. Shot up no good. Ball into the hands of Noble. He's raked on the way up. Can't get it to stay home. Ball's loose underneath. And Goss has it for the second. Then Prater jumps in. Goss is the tie-up, and the possession arrow favors the Rams. So a chance to tie or cut it to 1 on this possession for the Rams after trailing 9-0. Newman topping Thacker, Galls, and Large. 5 on the floor for the Rams. Here's Thacker. Jumped off the bench for 5. Large finds a seam to the rack. Gets bumped. On the way, counted at 1. What a take by Christian Large. Had a chance at a three-point play for the junior. They'll get the foul on Andrew Collins. That's his first, team's third. And Christian Large to the free throw line for a chance at a three-point play to even this ball game at 14. A 72.1% free throw shooter. It's on the way. It's good. We're even at 14. All free throws tonight brought to you in part by Johnson Chiropractic. When muscle and joint pain slow you down, let Doc get your body realigned. 606-473-5151. Here's Jerky working on topping. Starts to attack, pulls it off. Now comes back off a screen to the high post right side, curls it out of the corner. Ball raked out of the hands of Box. He corrals it back in nicely, though. Large hounding him there. Jerky takes the pitch. Lewis County shooting 50% from the field. Raceland, after starting off 1 of 7, is now 4 for 10. And then a reach-in foul underneath, and Holden Topping just picked up his second. Team's 5th. Prater's out. Back in is Colton Tackett. Here comes Parker Eisen back in for the Rams. And Holden Topping stepping out. 6:29 to go before halftime. Stay tuned with us at the half. We'll check all the scoring and stats of this one. Scores from around the area. And we'll get, of course, all the action that's going on here in this one for the second half. We'll preview it as well. Join me tomorrow morning right here on the Cool Hits Sports Network at 9 o'clock for Let's Talk Sports. I'll have East Carter basketball in studio, as well as we'll have Audrey Biggs from Rise Up Media, also a player at Boyd County High School, as Connor Thacker had to step out due to blood on the jersey. So they had to try to hold him up. Finally had to just say, we're going to play. So they brought in Sutton, and Andrew Collins from the wing splashes home the triple and puts the Lions back in front by 3. But Big starting up her podcast with Rise Up Media. We'll talk all about that. They've got a big game tonight, by the way, over at Anderson Gymnasium against the Kittens. And then a hold on the far side as they'll get that one on Parker Eisen. Excuse me, Andrew Collins. That's his second, team's 4th. Thacker comes back on. Here comes Puente in for Collins.
Into the lineup for Lewis County, number 10, Julie Puente.
17-14, a chance for the Rams to once again tie this ball game. They've never led. They trailed at 9-0 early on. Sutton high over his head. Noble just standing right in front of him. Here's Large. Starts to attack. Off the right side, no good. Sutton with the rebound. Back to Thacker. 3 for the tie on the way. Yes!
3 for Thacker.
A Ram Pharmacy triple by the sophomore. And we're even at 17. Thacker's jumped off the bench and thrown home 8. Here's Jerky. Punte dribble drive on the baseline, stops, reverses it back out to top of the key. Now left side box. 3 for the leads on the way. Got it. Caden Box with a big answer there for his 6th point of the night. Thacker gives it off to Newman. Lions still in a man-to-man defensive set. Here's Thacker for the tie on the way. Got it!
Thacker for 3.
A Ram Pharmacy triple. Connor Thacker with 11 here in the first half. Rams are 4 for 7 from downtown. Lewis 4 for 6. It must be something in the water here. Jerky just standing out near the midcourt stripe, dribbling this and away. And we're going to get into some stall ball tonight. Jerky wants a 3, straight away, front iron short. Gauls with a rebound and then has it taken away from behind. Jerky hit in the face after going up. Rebound Connor Thacker. Here come the Rams with a chance to take their first lead of the ball game. And then it's stolen away on the other side. Tackett leaves it off. Here's Box to the window. Good. Box with 8. 2-point edge for the Lions. Here's Newman out of between the rings. Hounded there by Punte. Thacker, who's had a hot touch for the Rams on the right wing. Spins to the lane, steps through, puts up a shot, and we're going the other way. Thacker called for the charge. Team 7th player control foul will not have. I've got 17 fouls, gentlemen. We'll double check and see. Either way, we're not shooting free throws because it is a player control foul. Here's Noble. And then a tie up underneath. 16 fouls is correct. I see the mistake. Now it's 7. So we're going to shoot one in the bonus for Drew Noble. Noble is just a shy under 70% free throw shooters. Up is no good. Here's Thacker. Lobs a backdoor to Gauls. There's 3 black jerseys there. Well defended. Newman to try to bring it in. Out to Large. Rams can take the lead with a 3 on this series. Gives it off to Newman. Now Thacker out near the midcourt stripe. Rams trying to size it up to get into the lane. Nice crossover there by Newman. Newman goes to the rack, and that was hammered back down. What a big block there by Drew Noble. That gets the block and the rebound. Jerky steps through. Lost the handle on the peel to the way to the rack. Rams out in transition. Here's Eisen out of the corner. Finds a seam off the window. No, too stiff. And then a tie up underneath, and a jump ball will keep the basketball. Pointed to the Lions. Couldn't see the arrow there for the moment. So Brady McGlone there with a big rebound and the tie up. Rams have had the opportunities to get over the hump, just never being able to do so thus far after falling behind 9 to start the contest. Inside of 2 to go before halftime. Here's Box with 8 points. He and Jerky both with 8. Noble working on Gauls, gets to the rack, puts it up. Nice soft touch and 1 for Drew Noble. His first points of the evening. Gauls picks up his first, team's 8th. And Drew Noble to the free throw line for the and 1 opportunity. MJ flashed up the screen, had the wrong 44, my man. It's all good. They should put 2 44s on the court at the same time. 90 seconds to play here in the first. And then Newman gets tangled up and coughs it up. Turnover number 7 of the basketball game for the Rams. 5-point lead for the Lions and a timeout requested by Scott Tackett. Full timeout. We're back in 60 seconds on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Hey, this is Greg Gibson with Greg Gibson Insurance. And just an announcement, I'm retiring from Major League Baseball. This will be my final season. After 24 years as Major League umpire, I'm ready to become a full-time insurance guy. So anyway, if you haven't heard about us, check us out on the web, www.greggibsoninsurance.com. Give us a call today. Stop by. We'd love to talk to you about your insurance. Give us a call today. It's Greg Gibson Insurance, helping you make the right call.
We can dig it at Callahan Excavating. If you need drainage work, demolition work, mobile home lot preparation, pond cleaning, slip repairs, service line installation, parking lot or driveway work, or help with many other projects, contact Callahan Excavating at 606-225-0570. Callahan Excavating are proud supporters of local high school sports.
Out of the timeout, Lewis County with a basketball to 5-point lead. Here's Noble high post. It's been kind of quiet here in the first, but that's okay because it's been because of Jerky and a very late whistle there at top of the key on Jerky. I think it was the correct call either way, but a little tardy there, Mr. Graham. Here's Newman. Off to Eisen. 60 seconds to play here in the first. Thacker wants it on the post. Newman wouldn't give it to him. Here's Large down the center lane. Floater from 15. Good. 10 points for Christian Large. Lead is 3 for the Lions. Great look there from the courtside camera, from the trail camera. Now just over top. As Jerky's just going to stand out at midcourt stripe on that brand new logo here on the court that was redone over the summer. Trying to dribble out the first half. Go to the locker room leading by at least 3. Here comes the run and jump. Jerky curls it under. Tackett out to the far side. 12 seconds for Jerky. McClone flashed underneath. Here's Jerky. Gets down the center lane, slams on the brakes, turns, reverse pivot, shot is up, no good. Tipped out to Newman, 3/4 court shots on the way, it's short. And that'll take us to the end of the first half. Lions lead 25-22, halftime show when we return after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, And for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Hi, my name is Brian Horton, Mission Strategist for the Churches of the Greenup Baptist Association. We exist to revitalize, mobilize, and multiply New Testament churches in Northeast Kentucky and the world. The Churches of the Greenup Association are moving forward together in the Great Commission work. If you live in Lawrence, Boyd, Greenup, Carter, or Elliott counties, I want to invite you to attend one of the Greenup Baptist churches this coming Sunday. Once there, I know you will find a community of people who will welcome you and love you. For more information, go to greenupbaptist.org.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Halftime here at the Palace, if you can hear me. Thank you, for the love of God. The music should not make your body vibrate at halftime. Either way, good one here tonight at the Palace. 25-22, Lewis County in front by 3 at the half. They raced down to a 9-0 lead. Raceland answered. The Rams have tied it 3 times in the ball game, has had a couple of opportunities to even it up and take the lead, just have never been able to get over the hump. Lewis County opened it back up to 5 at 25-22. The Rams got a 2 before the end of the half, and they trail it by 3 in the locker room. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll take a look at our first half statistics, scores from around the area, and get you ready for the second half of play. That's as we continue here in the half show on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
With winter around the corner, it's time to tame or to remove those trees that could damage your property and cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the tree experts at Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal at 606-356-8850 to schedule your free estimate. Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal in Olive, Kentucky are proud sponsors of local high school sports.
When you shop and invest locally, you put in motion a sequence of actions which multiplies the money that is available in our area to create jobs and provide emergency services, police, and fire protection, as well as improving the quality of education in our local schools. Shop and invest locally whenever you can. First in People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, wishes all of our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Visit us online at racelandchristian.com.
Halftime here at the Palace. Lewis County in front of Raceland, 25-22. Let's take a look at our first half statistics. Lions 52.6% from the field, 10 of 19, 4 of 7 from beyond the arc, 57.1%. That's pretty solid for a team coming in shooting 25% on the season. Their free throw bugaboos continue. 33% on 1 of 3, 7 rebounds in the ball game, 5 turnovers. Caden Box and Trey Jerky each with 8. Andrew Collins has 6. Drew Noble with 3. For the Rams, 43.8%. That's 7 of 16. That's a nice turnaround after starting the basketball game 1 of 7. 4 of 7 from beyond the arc, 57.1%, 80% on 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds, 7 turnovers. Connor Thacker jumps off the bench. He splashes home at 11. He's a perfect 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. Christian Large has 10. 25-22, our score at the half. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at scores from around the area and get you ready for the second half of action. A good one here tonight at the Palace. 25-22, Lions leading the Rams, and our coverage continues after this on the Halftime Show on the Cool Sports Network.
Hey fans, would you do anything to support your team? What about switching your checking account? With Ashland Credit Union's debit card, you can support your favorite team without changing your spending habits. Every time you make an eligible purchase with your debit card, Ashland Credit Union donates 10 cents on your behalf to the Senior Assistance Program. So come on in and sign up for your team debit card at Ashland Credit Union, 1300 Central Avenue in Ashland. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration. That was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
Gillum Drug, 1237 Carter Avenue, Ashland, is a locally owned pharmacy devoted to providing excellent customer service. Not found at the chain drug stores, Gillum Drug carries over-the-counter meds, wonderful seasonal decor, creek bottom candles, jewelry, and specializes in skincare products. Gillum Drug offers allergy shots and all immunizations with no appointment needed, and Gillum Drug will treat you like family. Stop by today and experience it. Gillum Drug, 1237 Carter Avenue, Ashland, next to Domino's.
Back here at the Palace, 25-22, our score at the half as we get you ready for second half of action here in this one. Let's take a look at some scores from around the area. Fairview leads Lawrence County 21-16. That game starting the second. Fairview will be here tomorrow night at 7:30. We'll have the action right here on the Cool Hits Sports Network beginning at 7:10 on countdown to tip-off. Greenup County leads Russell 31-24. That's a big one tonight as the Musketeers trying to keep things a little interesting, if you will, in the 63rd. McGoffin leads East Ridge, or that game has now gone final 43-33. And Ashland and Boyd County girls all knotted at 37 at halftime. Speaking of Boyd County, Audrey Biggs, she'll be in studio tomorrow morning at 9:20 to talk to me about, obviously, the game tonight. Her remarkable return from ACL surgery after having blowing out her ACL back in July, and she's already back on the floor. And her new ventures as an ambassador to Rise Up Media Productions. And she's going to start her podcast tomorrow night. And we'll be happy to talk to you about it tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock right here on the Cool Hits Sports Network. Kicking things off at 9 in the morning, we'll start first with East Carter basketball as Coach Cole Brammer and his crew will be in. And they've been playing some really good basketball. Got a nice win over Rowan County last night over in Grayson. And I went and dig a little bit of numbers on that one. It was the first time since 2019 that they had defeated Rowan County, and only the second time in 17 games. The last game was all the way back in 2009. That's how long it had been. So the Rams will start with the basketball to start the second half. They'll work it from left to right as I view it, and here we go. Second half's underway. Newman, Gauls, Arnett, Thacker, and Large. That's the starting five that had it. Here's Gauls with a touch underneath, and it's blocked out of bounds by Noble off the backboard. Newman to bring it in. Here's Large, gets free, reverses it back. They'll work it around the horn. Here's a three for the tie. It's in. A Ram Pharmacy triple from Jonah Arnett. His first points of the night. We're even at 25. Making a 5-0 run, going back to end the first half and in to start the second. Here's Jerky. Gets to the rack. High up off the window. No. Gauze with a rebound and a foul for behind. They'll get that one on Noble. That's his first, team's first of the half. Rams with an opportunity to take their first lead of the basketball game. Here's Arnett. Lobs it off to Gauze. Back to Newman. Three for the lead. It's on the way. Got it! That barely moved the twine as it flies through. It's an 8-0 run for the Rams on the Ram Pharmacy triple and their first lead of the night. Newman's first bucket of the night as well. Here's Jerky. Stops at the elbow. Spins left. Collins for the answer. No, too stiff. Connor Thacker with a rebound. Thacker stops at the elbow. Feeds it out to Newman. Rams on an 8-0 run. Large curls it off. Baseline jumpers on the way. Good. 10-0 run by the Rams. It's a 5-point lead. Timeout, Lewis County. Full timeout. We're back in 60 seconds on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
At James Do It Best Hardware, we are not just another hardware store, we are your hometown home improvement partners, offering personalized service to help you get the job done right the first time. We are also your local steel dealer. At James Do It Best Hardware, our people make the difference.
I love James Do It Best Hardware Store.
James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
5-point lead by the Rams. Lewis County with the basketball out of the timeout. Caden box across the midcourt stripe. Busy day of action here tomorrow at the Palace. A big 63rd district matchup with Greenup and Raceland. Here's a step back long two by Jerky that won't go. A Greenup win will force a tie for the 2-3 seed with Lewis, in which it'll be a draw for the color of jersey. Here's a nice follow there by Jacob Gauze on the up and under move that was missed by Christian Large. It's a 12-0 run by the Rams, and they lead this one now by 7. It's the 2 points away from being tying the largest mark, which was a 9-0 lead to start the basketball game. Here's Jerky. Stops, gives it off to Noble. Noble goes out the back door, lost the handle on the peel. Collins tracks it down, and then a whistle and a foul on Christian Large. His first, team's first. But the Rams and the Musketeers and girls basketball action tomorrow at 3:30, and then back here tomorrow night at 7:30 with Raceland and Fairview and boys action. You can watch both of those games right here on Cool TV. KCU in action tomorrow over at the Lesby Center in Grayson, as their regular season's quickly winding down. Here's Box with a step back three from the wing, short, no good. Noble with a rebound, puts it up in front of the rim, is good. The Lions needed that answer there, and that snaps the 12-0 run by the Rams. Inside of 5 to play here in the third. Large and Box get tangled up at the free throw line. We play on. Newman looking at a 2-3 zone. Here comes the run and jump. Skips it off to Large. Wide open threes on the way. Money. Large with 15. A Ram Pharmacy triple. The lead's back to 8. Here's Collins off the wing. Large with 15. Thacker with 11. The Rams are 7 of 10 from downtown tonight. Maybe a little bit of that Boyd County mojo from the game here Tuesday night when the Lions shot 52% from the arc, 16 three balls. Maybe it's worn off a little bit. Here's a long three off the mark by Xavier Prater. Backside rebound by the Rams, and then Christian Large finishes in transition on the other end, and it's the largest lead of the night at 10. What a start for the second half for the Rams. Jerky from the elbow, feeds it into Prater, off the window, good. Nice find there to get Prater the basketball. Here's Newman. Arnett sizes up the three. No, off the front of the iron. Jerky between the rings. Draws the contact, spins the lane, forces that one up through contact, and finishes for his 10th. And that quickly leads down to 6. Here's Large. Dribble drive on the baseline and a whistle. So get that one on Lewis. Caden Box will pick up the foul, his first, team second of the half. 3 minutes exactly to play here in the third. Rams in front by 6. Newman surveying. Large takes it next to his bench. Larch into the keyhole, lobs it off to Gauze. Gauze tied up on the baseline, goes back to Arnett. Arnett on the dribble drive, puts up a shot, and he's hammered in front of the rim, and he's headed to the line for 2. So I believe that one will be on Noble, his second, and team third of the half. So Jonah Arnett, the 8th grader. Rams tonight 4 for 5 from the charity stripe. Arnett, 70.4% free throw shooter on the season, averaging 8 points a contest. Pushes this one up. His 4th point of the evening. Connor Sutton returns as Jacob Gauze will step off. Brady McGlone coming on for Xavier Prater. Second free throw is up, is good. Leads back to 8 on the 2 freebies from Arnett. Here's Jerky. Collins on the wing right side. Jerky sizing up Arnett. Lewis County just playing a little 2-man game out top. Now Jerky wants to attack, goes to the double team. It's cut off there nicely by Newman as he steps over on the help side. Blown out near the midcourt stripe as we approach 2 minutes to play here in the third. Here's Noble with a 3 ball off the mark, too stiff. Backside rebound by Connor Thacker. Newman in transition, slows it down on the wing. Sutton wants the position underneath. He fights for the basketball, and it's stolen away. Noble took it away from him. Here's Jerky, attacks on the baseline, curls it around, and stolen away by Large. Large going right at the rim, puts it up off the glass. No. Noble takes the rebound. Here's Box. Off the right side, off the window, too strong. Back out to Noble, though. And then a 3 ball by Trey Jerky, his 13th of the night. And that pulls it to within 5. Here's Arnett. Both teams torching the nets tonight. from beyond the arc. Lewis County 5 of 12, Raceland 7 of 11. Both teams coming in this basketball game shooting under 30%. Lewis County shooting almost 25%. Here's Sutton inside, working on Noble. Puts up a shot and a whistle and a foul. And Connor Sutton's going to shoot 2. They'll get that one on Andrew Collins. That's going to be his 3rd, team's 4th. And Connor Sutton. An interesting story on Connor Sutton, a young man that they expected to have a lot of production out of coming into this season. And right before the start of the season, experienced a knee injury in which they thought he was lost for the year. And then after they had the surgery, the surgeons got in and found out it wasn't as bad as what they had thought it had been. And they were able to do a minor repair. And he's back on the floor and has really paid dividends, especially down the stretch here, with Gauls kind of limping around on a bum ankle trying to get through the season. But Sutton there drops in both and pushes the lead back to 7 as we approach 30 seconds to play here in the 3rd. Jerky loses his dribble, brings it off the box on the wing, left side, left of point now. He'll center it up. Raceland blitzed Lewis County out of the locker room. Here's McGlone, wants the 3, he's got it. Leads down to 4, 7 seconds to go in the 3rd. Here's Thacker, loses the basketball, flips it into Sutton off the window. What a touch! What a touch there to get the basketball to Sutton, and he finishes off the window. 43-37 after 3, 4th quarter when we return after this on the Coed Sports Network.
The award-winning florist All That Blooms has a new location, 402 East Main Street, across from Pritchard Elementary in Grayson, with gifts for all occasions, including birthdays, sympathy, holidays, and anniversaries. Shop Monday and Tuesday 9 to 5, Wednesday 9 to 2, Thursday 9 to 5, and Saturday 9 to noon, closed on Sunday. Call 474-0390 for All That Blooms at 402 East Main, your full-service florist serving Grayson and surrounding areas. Check them out on Facebook, allthatblooms.com. That's BLOOMZ.
When you shop Grayson Sporting Goods, you're supporting a great family-owned business with new owners and team sales. To celebrate, get all your high school gear, including high school spirit wear. Grayson Sporting Goods also does embroidery and vinyl transfers. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 3. Check with Grayson Sporting Goods for extended seasonal hours.
Jump around him, Jay. That's what the song says. A good one here tonight. As Lewis County will have the basketball to start the 4th and final stanza, and off we go. Caden Box. Now joined on the court by Hunter Jerky. His first action of the evening. Brings it off near side to Box. Box pumps, puts it on the floor, goes right to the rack, and a foul on the floor. Scott Tackett saying that it was in the midst of the shooting motion. But Connor Sutton whistled for the foul, his 3rd. Only the team's 2nd here of the half. Both teams have played fairly clean in a physical type of game. There's Jerky, who picked up 2 fouls in the 1st, working on Topping. Fade away from the left side, tickles the twine. Holding his hand up, looking for the whistle, but there's not been one there all night, young man. Got to keep playing, and he's done a good job of it. 15 points in this one. Here's Newman between the rings, working on Hunter Jerky out in between the rings. Topping off the wing. Now Eisen. Newman loses his dribble. He's tied up near side, gets it away to Topping. Parker Ison pivots, gets it away before a 5-second call. And then a whistle and a foul right in front of the Rams bench as they'll get it on Braden McGlone. That's his first, team's 5th. Large Arnett and Thacker return for the Rams. Newman, hounded in the backcourt by Hunter Jerky. Gets it across the midcourt stripe with a 4-point lead. Nice little move there. Stops in the lane, loses the handle on the peel, out to Thacker. Thacker stops and he walked. He sure did. Gauls back in, replacing Sutton. So they trail it by as many as 10. Chance to get it inside of one possession on this trip for the Lions. Here's Box. Gets into the keyhole, stops there, and he walked. Dragged that back foot. So as well as both teams have shot the basketball tonight, both nearly at 50% from the field, well over 50% from beyond the arc. Both have been a little characteristically unstable with the basketball. Here's Newman, hounded in the backcourt, and Joe Bryan will burn a timeout to save the possession on the tie-up as Newman was locked up with 2 guys on him and no help. 30-second timeout. This 30-second timeout's brought to you in part by Bowman's Auto Service and Collision Center on Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. They get your vehicle looking almost brand new again, and they have experienced mechanics that provide quality service work. That's Bowman's Auto Service and Collision Center, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods, a proud supporter of high school athletics. 43-39. It was a 9-0 run to start the ball game for the Lions. Raceland cut it down to 3 at 14-11. Rams tied it 3 times, trying to get it even before the half and get over the hump. They trailed by 5 before a 2-pointer cut it to 3, and that's where we were at the half, 25-22. But then the Rams, off of that made 2-pointer, used that with 10 out of the locker room to make it a 12-0 run. They pushed the lead out to 10. But Lewis County has clawed its way back in this one. They trail it by 4 here with 6:02 to go in the ball game. Newman front court. Crosses it over. Thacker's wide open. Touch off to Gauze. Off the window. Good. Beautiful find there by Connor Thacker to get it to the big man. As Gauze puts home his 4th of the night and the lead's out to 6. Here's McGlone. Punto out of the corner. He spent much of the second and third quarters over there with the trainer trying to get stretched out. Looked like they were working on a quad or something. Here's McGlone. High arcing 3 is good. That maybe bring rain with it. Leads down to 3. McGlone splashes home his 2nd of the night. Here's Thacker. Goes out to the corner to Gauze. Gives it up and gets it back. Thacker wants an answer. That one's off the mark. No good. Gets his own rebound. Drops it to Gauze off the window. Good. Gauze with 6. The last 4 coming off of an assist by Connor Thacker. 5-point lead for the Rams. Jerky. Starts to attack. Gets a screen there from Noble. Works on Arnett. Tied up. Gives it inside the box. Box turns underneath. Blocked away by Gauze. And the ball's tipped all the way out. And it gets out into the hands of Christian Large. Large into the front court. Left that one short. As Noble with the rebound. And then a whistle and a foul on the baseline. They'll get that one on Landon Newman. That's his first, team's 3rd. Collins comes back in, replacing Caden Box. Three ball up, no good, and a whistle and a foul. As we'll get that one on Puente. Large breaks the press, gets it ahead. Hammer, no call. Jerky in transition. Ball raked out of bounds. And it'll stay with Lewis. 3:57 to go in the ball game. Puente to bring it in. Jerky wants a three. That one's on the way. It's good. Trey Jerky's 18th of the night. And the lead is down to 2. Here's Newman. He's got numbers. Out to Arnett. Arnett stops, walked, puts it up, and he's fouled. He got away with steps. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2. As Noble picks up the foul, his third, team's 7th. Jonah Arnett, a 70.4% free throw shooter on the season. First one is up, is good. Gives him 6 in the ball game, and that makes it a full one-possession ball game. 48-45, 3:43 to play in the contest. Second one on the way, nothing but Twine. The 8th grader pumps home both. He has 7, and the lead is 4. Puente with the basketball. Gives it off now, Jerky. From that same spot, that one doesn't fall. Here's Collins on the baseline, left it short, and a whistle and a tie up underneath. And the possession arrow favors the Rams. Thacker trying to get it in, does so to Galls, gets it right back as he steps in bounds. Galls brings it near side to Newman. Very patient play there by Galls. 4-point lead for the Rams as we approach the 3-minute mark to play here in regulation. A big one here for Raceland. If they could pull this one off and knock off Green up on Monday, we've got a 3-way tie for the 2nd seed, as here's Arnett's shot blocked out of bounds by Noble. It'll stay with the Rams underneath their own bucket. Hat tip to my crew tonight. MJ McKay, Felicia Carr, and Austin Ray doing a fabulous job as always. I call them the A-team. They kill it. Here's Gauze, tied up, gets it around to Newman, and it was nearly stolen away as Jerky tried to step in and couldn't keep it off the end line. Here's Box back in the basketball game for the Lions as he'll replace Puente. So Newman to bring it in. Good look there over his shoulder from one of our camera operators. Large takes it, comes into the lane. Fade away from 14, in and out, no good. Here's Collins. 3 from the corners on the way. No, won't stay home. Arnett fights for the rebound. Newman front court, 2:30 to play in the ball game and a 4-point lead for the Rams. Here's Large. Near side. Stops in the lane, 8-footer up, front iron short. Rebound by Brady McGlone. Approaching 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Jerky wants the basketball. He's got it on the far side next to his team's bench. Comes to the elbow, steps through off the window, counted and one. And a chance at a 3-point play for Trey Jerky, who just dropped in his 20th. The foul goes against Jacob Gauze. That's his 2nd, team's 4th. And Trey Jerky for a chance at a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Misses the free throw, but another rebound. 3 for the leads on the way, got it! Brady McGlone with the offensive rebound, and then Jerky splashes home from downtown Tripletown, 50-49. I believe they went with a full timeout. We'll go ahead and stay right here. 1:55 to go in the ball game. Trey Jerky hits the first, misses the second, but then Braden McGlone untouched, gets the rebound in the lane, and then kicks it right back out to Trey Jerky, and he splashes home from Tripletown for his 23rd of the night. And on the evening, Lewis County 9 of 19, Jerky 3 for 8 from beyond the arc. Great look there over the shoulder of the bench. Scott Tackett in his huddle. You take now a look over at Joe Bryan as they break the huddle. Trailing by 1 with 1:55 to play. So Lewis County is in the bonus, so the Rams will shoot free throws the rest of the way. Raceland still has 3 fouls to give before Lewis County would shoot free throws. Possession arrow favors the Lions, and it's Raceland basketball out of the break. Same 5 on the floor. Large, Newman, Arnett, Thacker, and Gauze. Now they're going to throw a little bit of 1-3-1 at the Rams out of the break. I was wondering how long it was going to take before we saw this. Scott Tackett loves to junk it up with some little 1-3-1 at times, and this is when he likes to do it right out of a break. Here comes the running trap out of the corner. Newman, little hesitation up off the window, too stiff. Rebound underneath by Gauze, and then a whistle and a foul as Gauze goes down and he's hurt. And he may have slammed that knee to the ground as he's calling for the offensive foul. .124 to go on a rested clock here in the final stanza. Sutton will return for Gauze. Gauze very slow to come to his feet. He's been battling through an ankle injury and hops back up and very gingerly walks off on his own power to the Rams bench. That young man's been trying to put everything he can to go and give this team everything he's got, but he is in a significant amount of pain right now. So off the offensive foul, it is Lewis County basketball. Here's McGlone. Has it raked out from behind. Thacker with the tie-up. It's loose. Lewis County slows it down, gets it off into Trey Jerky's hand, who curls it back out near the midcourt stripe as we approach 1 minute to play here in the ball game. And then a reach-in foul on Jonah Arnett. That's his third, team's 6th. So the next foul on Raceland will have Lewis County in the bonus. Jerky sizes it up in the backcourt, watching that 10-second timer. Brings it across, looking at a double team. Curls it out of the corner. He's tied up, and Scott Tackett immediately burns a timeout as he saw the double team coming. And Joe Bryan and Brian Keltner having a lot of heated exchange there. But a 30-second timeout requested by the Lions. Now they're going to say it has to be a full. I guess that's all they've got. Or I don't know. They've got guys sitting down. You're not supposed to sit on a 30. This one's getting crazy down the stretch. A Bowman's Auto Service and Collision Center 30-second timeout there. So out of the timeout, Lewis County basketball on the far sideline. They own the possession arrow as well, and both teams are in the bonus the rest of the way. Lewis County with 7 fouls. Raceland has 6. Collins to bring it in, does so. Jerky in the backcourt. Arnett trying to size him up. Here comes the double team. They'll fire it ahead. Now the Rams will try to run and jump a little bit. Here's Jerky. Feeds it underneath. There's McGlone off the window. Good. Nice find there by Jerky to get McGlone, and then Jerky steals it away off the side, and they'll say the foul happened before he got free. So they'll get the foul on Newman, his second, team 7th. And one in the bonus for Trey Jerky. 37.9 seconds to play. Jerky, a 56.3% free throw shooter. The southpaw pushes the first one up. No good. Gets his own rebound. I think everybody thought that it was a 2-shot foul, and then Jerky is fouled on the way to the rack as Connor Sutton gets him on the way up. That's his 4th, team's 8th. And Jerky will go back to the line for 2. Jerky tonight 0 for 3 from the foul line. A one-possession game as it stands currently with 32 seconds to go in the ball game. First one up, rattles it home. That time the Rams were playing it as if it was a 1-and-1. So 53-49, one more for Jerky. Second one's up. Doesn't get the rattle home. Rams nearly totally left that one in no man's land. Joe Bryan gets the timeout with 28.3 seconds to go. We're going to stay right here. One thing I've learned in the business of covering sports, inside of a minute in a tie ball game, you don't go out. You never know what your officials are going to do, whether you're going to get your full 60 or they take 45 or 50, and then you miss something big coming back in. So we'll jump in the huddles there. There's Joe Bryan over the shoulder for him, talking to his Rams. Scott Tackett and his crew as he goes through all the different scenarios. Here's where we are. We're bonus the rest of the way. Possession arrow again favoring Lewis County. Lewis County led this one by 9 out of the gate. Raceland pushed it out to 10 in the third. And it's gone back and forth here. Raceland outscored Lewis 21-12 in the third quarter. Lewis County has outscored Raceland 16-6 here in the fourth. Man, what a heck of a basketball game here tonight. 2 games here tomorrow as we've got Greenup and Raceland girls at 3:30, followed by Raceland and Fairview boys at 7:30. All right, out of the timeout. Rams down 4. Newman goes off to Arnett. 3 from the wings on the way. Got it! Arnett with his 10th. Cuts it to 1 and a timeout by the Rams.
Timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout for Raceland.
So another full timeout. Brought to you in part by Johnson Chiropractic. When joint and muscle pain slow you down, let Doc get your body realigned. 606-473-5151. So 20.1 seconds to go. Checking on the score down in the Greenup County and Russell game. Let's see what Mr. Aaron Snyder's got to say. I just saw a number and I want to double check. Greenup is hammering Russell 49-32. 5 minutes to go in the ball game in that one. Of course, Lawrence County getting absolutely destroyed right now by Fairview 54-21. That same Fairview Eagle team will be here tomorrow night at 7:30. All right, out of the timeout. Lewis County tries to get it in. Here's the home run ball going toward Jerky. The wide receiver makes the catch. Spins in the lane off the glass. No, ball tipped around. It's touched last by Thacker. It's out of bounds, and it will stay with the Lions. And 30-second timeout with 13.3 seconds to go. A Bowman's Auto Service and Collision Center timeout by Lewis County. Leading by 1 with 13.3 to go. And I think right here, as soon as the basketball comes into Trey Jerky, I think you immediately go foul him. That's your best option when you look at the numbers that's on the floor there. That's probably the route that Raceland goes with tonight. You look at the stats from Lewis County. They've shot the basketball extremely well from the field. 21 of 43, 9 of 19 from the three-point line, but they're 2 of 7 from the free throw line. Now, this is a team coming in that was inside of 60%. Raceland shooting only 66% from the free throw line, so neither team has been solid from the free throw line this season. But that's probably the scenario you see here in a 1 and a bonus on a foul that comes quickly. Here's Collins. Gets it in, and it's kicked out of bounds. They were trying to backdoor it to Jerky, and he was going to be wide open for a layup, but the ball was kicked out of bounds by Connor Thacker. So 12.5 to go. Ball will stay on that same spot that Collins had it on the baseline. Now ball raked in the backcourt, and a whistle and a foul from behind as they'll get that one on Arnett. That's his 4th, team's 9th. And Trey Jerky will go to the free throw line for 1 in the bonus. Jerky on the night, 1 for 5 from the free throw line. If he hits both, it makes it a full 1-possession game. He's the only man inside with a miss with 9.9 seconds to go. Free throw up is good. His 25th makes it a 2-point game. Hunter Jerky coming on now. This one, the big one for Trey. This to make it a full 1-possession game. Southpaw lines it up, rattles in and out, no good. Here's Raceland into the front court, and with 7 seconds to go, Jonah Arnett splashes home a triple, but Joe Bryant had already called the timeout. So the Rams with a chance to tie or take the lead on this play out of bounds, and you have to wonder where they want to go with it here. What a ball game we have seen here tonight. A 9-point lead for Lewis out of the gate. Raceland pushed it to 10 out of the locker room, and we have volleyed back and forth here down the stretch. 7.1 to play in the contest. And the Rams ball out of the timeout. Raceland will play Greenup County on Monday night. Now, if Greenup, barring a absolute miracle, by the way, if they hang on to defeat Russell, that would move them to 3 wins. Lewis would have 2, and Raceland would have 1. Then it would all come down to if Raceland could beat Greenup, then it would have Raceland and Lewis in a tie, and they would draw because they've split on their home floors for that final seed and the 3 seed, and the loser would get the 4. Here's Thacker trying to get it in. Does so to Large. Long jumper from the far side is up, no good. Ball is loose underneath, and that's your ball game. Heck of an effort there by the Rams, but the Lions hang on down the stretch. And they are victorious here, 54-52. And that right there sets your district. Post-game show when we return after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Hey, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Michael. Come see us at Bowman's.
Bowman's can do frame repair. They have a downdraft bake oven for a factory paint finish. And they get your vehicle back to its pre-accident condition with qualified iCar Gold certified technicians. Bowman's is also an ASE certified mechanical shop, providing transmission flushes, steering and suspension services, AC service, oil changes, and tune-ups. That's Bowman's Auto Service, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. Call 836-0837. Visit Eastside Kids Boutique in Grayson for the best selection of clothing for boys and girls, including newborns. Eastside Kids Boutique has affordable clothing for every season, including t-shirts, sweaters, hats, and more. Eastside Kids Boutique even has items for that special lady in your life, including home decor, clothing, jewelry, accessories, gift baskets, and more. That's Eastside Kids Boutique, 603 East Main Street in Grayson. Call 606-475-1683 or visit them on Facebook, Eastside Kids Boutique in Grayson.
Hello, I'm Michael Bowling, Senior Vice President of Kentucky Farmers Bank. When you do business with Kentucky Farmers Bank, you're making an investment in your community. Your money stays local, we never sell your loan, and in turn, we invest in local families, churches, schools, and charities. We believe in our community, and that's why we are the better bank for loans.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for loans since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you.
Final here tonight, a doozy at the Palace. 54-52, Lewis County hangs on and knocks off Raceland here on their home floor. Let's take you back through this one. It was 9-0, Lewis out of the gate. Raceland got on a nice run. It was down to 3 after 1, 14-11. Rams tied it 3 times in the first half, never got over the hump. They trailed it 25-20. Just before the half, they splashed home a bucket. They got it to 25-22, and that was our score at the break. Out of the locker room, the Rams added 10 more to the 2 that they scored before the half. It was a 12-0 run, and they led this one by 10. Lewis County started chipping away. They got it down to within 4, and then outscored Raceland 17-9 in the 4th and final stanza, and they hang on for a 54-52 victory here tonight at the Palace. We'll take a break. When we return, we've got Scott Tackett in. We'll talk with him and his big win by the Lions tonight. That's as we continue here in the postgame show on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Carter County, look no further than Tyler's Pizza. Also be sure to check out our daily lunch specials, wings, salads, subs, sandwiches, dinners, sides, desserts, and our world-famous Thai Zone. Tyler's Pizza, 120 Cross Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-4583. Tyler's Pizza is a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Pure Country Chevrolet in Grayson is working hard every day buying and trading for the nicest used vehicles in the area. With over 150 used cars in our huge dealer inventory, odds are we'll have the car you want at the price you need. And as always, we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one of ours. We also have new rides arriving daily, so come out. Look us over for your next auto need. With 4 locations, we're easy to get to, so don't wait. Come and let us help you have the vehicle you deserve at the best deal every time. On the web, purecountryauto.com, or call us 606-474-5116. Pure Country Chevrolet, find new roads.
The
award-winning florist All That Blooms has a new location, 402 East Main Street, across from Pritchard Elementary in Grayson, with gifts for all occasions including birthdays, sympathy, holidays, and anniversaries. Shop Monday and Tuesday 9 to 5, Wednesday 9 to 2, Thursday 9 to 5, and Saturday 9 to noon, closed on Sunday. Call 474-0390 for All That Blooms at 402 East Main, your full-service florist serving Grayson and surrounding areas. Check them out on Facebook, allthatblooms.com. That's BLOOMZ.
Gillum Drug, 1237 Carter Avenue, Ashland, is a locally owned pharmacy devoted to providing excellent customer service, not found at the chain drug stores. Gillum Drug carries over-the-counter meds, wonderful seasonal decor, creek bottom candles, jewelry, and specializes in skincare products. Gillum Drug offers allergy shots and all immunizations with no appointment needed, and Gillum Drug will treat you like family. Stop by today and experience it. Gillum Drug, 1237 Carter Avenue, Ashland, next to Domino's.
Hey, this is Greg Gibson with Greg Gibson Insurance, and just an announcement, I'm retiring from Major League Baseball. This will be my final season. After 24 years as Major League umpire, I'm ready to become a full-time insurance guy. So anyway, if you haven't heard about us, check us out on the web, www.greggibsoninsurance.com. Give us a call today. Stop by. We'd love to talk to you about your insurance. Give us a call today. It's Greg Gibson Insurance, helping you make the right call. A doozy here tonight at the Palace. Scott, they don't want to put us on camera. I don't blame them.
I don't either,
they always told me I had a face for radio.
Yeah,
I didn't understand what that was.
I don't know what my face is for.
54-52. What a victory here tonight. This was a roller coaster of a ride. 9-0 out of the game start. You go up by in that mark. Raceland keeps chipping away. You push it out to 5. They cut it to 2. 10-0 run by them out of the locker room. They led it by 10. You guys win it by 2 here on the road, and that sets the district.
Yeah, well, I told my guys coming out of the locker room, I said the first 3 minutes are going to be huge. And, we stress that we have that scenario in practice. We work on that situation daily, and I'll be dang if they didn't come out and go 10. Because I told our kids we want to go 6-0, 6-0, 8-0 out of the locker room, and I said we'll get control of this game. But I'll be dang, the credit to them. They came out and played downhill at us and got on that run and went up 10, and we just kept chipping, hit some timely shots, and relied on our defense in the fourth quarter. I think we held them to 9 points in the fourth quarter, and that was the difference in the game.
Trey Jerky is a young man that he has another level every time that you need him to. And I think tonight, I've seen him play several times this season. Tonight was the first time that I felt like his legs were there for 32 minutes.
Well, I'll tell you, the first time I saw it was at Greenup last Friday night. He had 28, and they guarded him man, and we ISO'd him a bunch, and he's got a little wiggle, and he has the ability to get to the rim, and he's such a good passer. He makes everybody around him better. He's just now becoming the Trey Jerky that when he missed 12 games to start the year. And, we were looking at stats the other day. I was entering stats at the KHSA site. Drew Noble and Andrew Collins are the only 2 kids I've got that have played every game this year. So I think we're better than our record, but I think we're playing our best basketball at the right time. I think we're playing really well right now.
I was going to say, when you have a game like this, obviously you expected it. I think anybody that saw the score early on thought it was going to be a blowout. No. They don't know how these games in the 63rd playoff.
Nobody in Lewis County thought that.
This is the type of game that you need this time of the season.
It's exactly what I told my guys. I said this is an exact replica of how it's going to be in a couple weeks. Drew Noble, he looked at me, and he's a sophomore. He's been with me 3 years, but he's a sophomore, and he says, "Whew, I was nervous, Coach." I said, "Understand it now that you've been through it. You've been through it in a big road district game. Now you know what to expect." So it's an invaluable experience for our guys, and we had a lot of kids step up. I can't say enough about Braden McGlone hitting some big shots, getting 8 points off the bench. He's coming off an ankle injury. He hurt himself over at Greenup last Friday night, so he was out 2 or 3 games and made some big shots. And then everybody contributed, and that's how we got to win ball games.
I think a guy that's probably an unsung hero that's going to fall on the stat sheet. Nobody really pay attention to this, but gave you some key minutes when he was able to go. Was Julian Puente.
Listen.
He jumped in and jumped on Raceland's ball handler out top of the key and really locked him up.
I told Julian probably a month into the season, I saw he's such a good shooter. He's got a great stroke. He can really make shots. And I told him, I said, I have to be able to trust you with the ball in your hands. Sometimes he over dribbles. And I said, but more importantly, I have to trust you on the defensive end of the floor. And in the last couple of weeks, he started to show that on the defensive end. And he's got a maturity level beyond his years. You know, he brought the ball up the floor late, and he looked at me and said, "What do you want, Coach? What do you want, Coach?" Love it, you know, so bodes well for him next year, I can tell you that.
This is not something that you maybe have thought that you would be saying this time of the year. You're in the middle of a 3-game winning streak, Coach, and that's got to be a good feeling.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Our kids are they understand who we are now, you know, and we hang our hat on the defensive end of the floor and rebounding, and we're starting to make shots. You know, we made 10 threes last night and made 8 or 9 over at Greenup County, and when we make shots, we can really spread the floor, and that gives Noble one-on-one the post, Cherokee some driving lanes, and it makes us different.
The only thing that still hangs out there now in the balance is what color jersey are you going to wear now?
We're wearing white.
He's there wearing white either way.
It's at home. We're at home. We're wearing white.
So Greenup with a big win tonight over Russell.
Oh, did they beat Russell?
They beat the pants off of Russell.
Oh, wow.
Last I saw it was 49-32.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, so maybe some
that'll be a dandy.
A dandy with that one. But, knowing at this point, you know who your opponent is going to be now. How much does that help you? Not having to wait till Monday night gives you a couple extra nights to go ahead and start preparing.
Yeah, we know. We got 3 games left this week, and our focus is, we'll give those 3 teams a cursory look, but our focus this next week is going to be on Greenup County next week and the following week, and everything we do to prepare is going to be focused on Greenup County. So it helps. It's huge. Not to have that coin toss, peel draw, whatever
the craziness.
Whatever it is these days.
we still have the draw for the draw. We've got that coming up.
That's legendary.
But that's legendary. Well, Coach, we'll see you Thursday night, Bath County.
Appreciate you,
man.
Thank
Appreciate
you all.
Thank you. Nice win tonight.
Our athletes. Thank you.
Coach Kataka joining us here in Postgame. We'll take a break. We come back. We got Joe Bryan. We'll talk with him next as we continue here on the Postgame Show on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
We can dig it at Callahan Excavating. If you need drainage work, demolition work, mobile home lot preparation, pond cleaning, slip repairs, service line installation, parking lot or driveway work, or help with many other projects, contact Callahan Excavating at 606-225-0570. Callahan Excavating are proud supporters of local high school sports. With winter around the corner, it's time to tame or to remove those trees that could damage your property and cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the tree experts at Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal at 606-356-8850 to schedule your free estimate. Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal in Olive Hill, Kentucky are proud sponsors of local high school sports.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you.
At James Do It Best Hardware, we are not just another hardware store, we are your hometown home improvement partners, offering personalized service to help you get the job done right the first time. We are also your local steel dealer. At James Do It Best Hardware, our people make the difference.
I love James Do It Best Hardware Store.
James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky.
When you shop Grayson Sporting Goods, you're supporting a great family-owned business with new owners and team sales. To celebrate, get all your high school gear, including high school spirit wear. Grayson Sporting Goods also does embroidery and vinyl transfers. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 3. Check with Grayson Sporting Goods for extended seasonal hours.
Back here in postgame on the Cool Hits Sports Network, joined now with Raceland head coach Joe Bryan. Coach, needed one more shot down the stretch and fall behind 9-0 out of the gate. You guys could have curled up and gone away, and you really played hard. Found your way back into this basketball game, just couldn't close it down the stretch.
Yeah, we didn't come out playing very well. I don't think it was an effort thing. We didn't make a shot, and then they did a really good job of getting going early. But yeah, our guys fought back, pretty decently well there.
the timeout. Did you get the look you wanted there with Christian on the far side?
No, there's 7 seconds left. I mean, that was an option if he's wide open. We had, 4 different options off the play. And we took one with 7 seconds left that was off balance, fading away. If you're wide open, your feet are set, go ahead and grab at it. But it is what it is. We'll learn from it. We'll watch it and try to execute that play if we need it down the stretch.
You got to put this one behind you quickly. You got Fairview coming in tomorrow night. In games like this, those ones that hurt like this, is it good to have that game quickly where you can try to get back on your feet and rebound?
With some teams, yeah. Some teams, no. It really just kind of depends. We got a lot to learn from tonight. Last couple minutes is how to give away a basketball game. So even though we play tomorrow, we'll still be focused on what we did wrong here tonight in the fourth quarter.
Thacker was big for you guys there in the first half. Jumped off the bench, had 11 at the half. He kind of gave you that spark to get you guys going.
Yeah, Connor's a really talented player. Starting to do the things we asked him to do there, and he had a really good first half. Wish he could have got going a little bit in the second half there, but yeah, he did have a really good first half for us.
Connor Sutton, another big guy down low for you today. He was big there in the second half, especially on a couple of those balls that Connor was able to find him there on the post.
Yeah, I mean, that's big 6'7" body like that. He's got good hands. He can catch it, and did a good job down there for us.
Coach, appreciate the time. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Joe Bryan joining us here in postgame. Let's take a look at the numbers in this one, and we'll wrap it up here tonight, as we'll start first with Lewis County. 48.8% from the field. That's 21 of 43. 9 of 19 from long range, 47.4%. 33% from the free throw line. That's 3 of 9. And again, that's one of the keys I targeted coming into this ball game was the bugaboo was the free throw shooting. A team that's shooting under 60% on the season. Not many nights that you look at the numbers that you see on your screen where a team outshoots you 15% from beyond the arc, 60% almost from the free throw line. They out-rebound you, and you still pull out a 2-point win, and that's what we have here tonight. 20 rebounds in the basketball game. Drew Noble had 7. They turned it over 8 times. Trey Jerky with 25 points in the contest. He goes 2 for 7 from the free throw line, but his biggest one coming there to push the game out to that 1-point edge to give Lewis County just a tick of a breathing room there down the end. For the Rams, 44.7%. That's 17 of 38. 8 of 13 from beyond the arc. 61.5% from beyond the arc. Connor Thacker, 3 for 4. Jonah Arnett, 2 for 4. Christian Large, 2 for 4. And they're going to turn the lights out on us here. What is it about us and having lights turned out? I'm good. I can see everything. Hopefully MJ can. Rams only missed 1 free throw this evening. That was the front end of Holden Topping's free throw attempt. They go 10 for 11 tonight. 24 rebounds in the ball game. Connor Thacker with 9. They turn over 14 times. Christian Lawrence leads the way with 17. Thacker had 11 at the break. That's what he finishes with. Jonah Arnett finishes with a cool 10. Final score this evening, 54-52. So here's where we stand. Russell has already clinched the 1 seed. That was taken care of when Lewis beat Greenup last week. The chance for a 2 seed between 3 teams is now gone. So Russell and Raceland will be your first-round matchup in the 62nd District that gets started up in Vanceburg on the 20th. Then the other side is going to be Greenup and Lewis County. And Coach Tackett said, I don't care what the seeds are. We're wearing our white jerseys. We're at home. But that's the only thing that's left. So here's the way it still has to play out. If Raceland beats Greenup on Monday, then Greenup and Lewis County would finish at 3-3. If Greenup beats Raceland on Monday, Greenup will finish at 4-2. Lewis will finish at 3-3. And that's how things will go down from that. Lewis will be at 3-3. Greenup will be at 3-3 as well. So, districts starting to take shape. We'll take a look at all of them tomorrow morning on Let's Talk Sports here on the Cool Hit Sports Network. Join me tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We'll start first with East Carter basketball. Cole Brammer and his guys are coming in. I believe it's Blake Hall, Evan Goodman, and the Scott twins. We'll talk with them at 9 o'clock. Then at 9:20, Audrey Biggs from Boyd County basketball. And representing Rise Up Media. She's starting her podcast, her first podcast. Will go tomorrow night, and we'll talk about it in the morning. We'll preview Super Bowl 57. We'll look at all the districts and, of course, the Borders Sporting Goods Rant of the Week coming up tomorrow morning right here on the Cool Hits Sports Network. A dandy tonight in the Palace. It was back and forth the entire affair, and it was Lewis County finding enough down the stretch to pull away for a 54-52 victory. Big thanks to our crew tonight, MJ McKay, our executive producer, Felicia Collier, and Austin Ray down on the courtside cameras, and, of course, all the great folks here at Raceland Worthington High School, Coach Scott Tackett and Joe Bryan for pregame, postgame commentary. Final score here tonight, 54-52. For MJ McKay, Felicia Collier, and Austin Ray, and all the great folks at the Cool Hits Sports Network, I'm James Collier saying good night, and thanks for tuning in. You've been watching another exciting high school basketball contest on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV. Tonight's game was brought to you in part by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, River Cities Builders, A&A Porta Potties, Stoltz Pharmacy, Greg Gibson Insurance, Callahan's Excavating, James Do It Best Hardware, Ashland Credit Union, Trace Hermanos Mexican Restaurant, Members Choice Credit Union, Ashland Community and Technical College, the Greenup Baptist Association, First and People's Bank, Kentucky Farmers Bank, Pure Country Automotive, Raceland Christian Church, Orcut Tree Services, Gillum Drug, All That Blooms, Grayson Sporting Goods, Bowman's Auto and Collision Center, Eastside Kids Boutique, First Light Home Care, and Tyler's Pizza. This broadcast of high school basketball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV.